Test.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test 1.
All right. Test 1, 2.
Turned it off. Oh.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Closer. Test 1, 2. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Indian Valley High School in beautiful Dunedin, Hutton, Ohio for this Division III Eastern District semifinal game brought to you by KGP TV and Woody Biggs along with Kirby Graham to bring you the action tonight. Kirby, the Colts have had a pretty easy tournament road so far with the win over Edison and
West Muskingum,
but competition's going to be a little tougher tonight.
Yeah, Woody, the first two games Meadowbrook played at home were very easy, and they got by those two teams. They were able to empty their bench early in the third quarter. And the Colts should be well rested and ready for this game tonight. And Sandy Valley, I got to watch some film of them today. Very athletic team. Remind me a little bit of Meadowbrook. And this is going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. Sandy Valley's got one of the few teams that Meadowbrook has played that has the size to match with Meadowbrook. They got some big kids, and you said that in breaking down game film, they're pretty athletic.
Yeah, today I watched some of that, and they had 3 dunks against Trail. They fly around. They tend to cherry pick a little bit. They'll send a couple guys out on the shot, hoping that the big guy, Bryce Kelly, their 6'7" senior center, will throw the ball ahead, and Meadowbrook's going to have to get back on defense. The transition game is going to come into play here tonight too.
Right, and again, they've got the Offenberger kid who one of their leading scorers along with Tucci, but they got a pretty decent point guard as well that can get in the lane, and the Colts are going to have to keep him out of the paint to get the win tonight.
Yeah, Demetrius Evans, number 30, he's a 5'10" sophomore, and he can get to the rim. He can shoot the ball on the perimeter a little bit. He led them in scoring against Trail with, I believe it was 14 points. And nice ball player, nice ball handler to complement their size.
They beat Trail by 17, only a 5-point game at halftime. The number 4 seed, Sandy Valley Cardinals, taking on the number 2 seed, Meadowbrook Colts. And this game brought to you by KGP TV, brought to you by Graham Excavating, Graham Co., HFA, Heating, Installation and Repair, and G&B Roofing. We'll take a break for the national anthem. Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. Sandy Valley with a record of 17-7. They are the fourth seed in the Division III Eastern District tournament bracket, and they'll be taking on Meadowbrook. Record of 24, the number 2 seed in this game, semifinal game. The winner will go on and play the winner of a game that's going on in Cambridge tonight, right, Kerbo?
Yeah, that's right, Woody. Tonight up at Cambridge, Sugar Creek Garraway, the number 1 seed, is playing Fort Fry, the number 5 seed. Meadowbrook's already played Fort Fry this year and went down there early in the season and put a convincing beating on Fort Fry.
They did early. Right, first game of the season, I believe, Fort Fry playing much better down the stretch. I don't know how much common opponents matter. The Colts and Cardinals only had one common opponent, Edison. Sandy Valley beat them by about 19 at the first game of the season. The Colts, in their very last game, beat Edison 77-30 or 70-33 or something like that. So not sure what you can put any stock into that. But you can put in some stock in the fact that these are two teams in the Eastern District that have good size, with 6'5" Davis Black going against the 6'7" Kelly. So that should be interesting matchup to watch.
Yes, it will. Davis Black, 6'5", point guard, post player, wing player, you name it. He plays everywhere. It'll be interesting to see how he adapts to having a 6'7" or a 6'5" guy guarding him. And Addie Black as well, 6'4", junior. It will be interesting to watch that matchup as well. I think one of the interesting matchups is going to be if Sandy Valley does play man-to-man, like I believe they will, who is Bryce Kelly, the 6'7" senior, going to guard? Because Davis is going to be out here more than likely on the top of the key at the point, and there's no way Kelly's going to come out and guard him because he's just not capable of it.
Right. Both teams like to push it a little bit, but it will be a chess match for some of the matchups between. You look for Kelly to probably post up if the Colts play a man. I think we both sort of look at them playing some sort of matchup zone, which they've been doing very effectively towards the end of the season. But it's going to be some nice matchups. Here's the starters for Sandy Valley. 6'3" junior Brody Kelly, then Dante Tucci, a 6'2" senior, one of their 2 leading scorers. Demetrius Evans, the 5'10" sophomore point guard that we've talked about. Keegan Offenberger, 6'2" junior. He's also one of the other leading scorers. And then the big guy, Bryce Kelly, the 6'7" senior, that will be round out. So you got 6'7", 6'2", 6'2", for Division III in this area. That's a big team.
Yeah, that's a big team. And, of course, Meadowbrook, if Logan Fox gets into the game, now you're looking at Meadowbrook going 6'6", 6'5", 6'4". So, yeah, this game is going to be a game of matchups. And I do look to, Woody, I do believe also that Meadowbrook will probably come out in their 1-3, 1/2 court trap and see if they can't get some easy deflections and baskets early. I think they're going to make Sandy Valley try to beat them from the perimeter. In the game against Trail, they shot about 12 threes, and they didn't make any of them. Not to say that will happen tonight. But I think Meadowbrook's going to force them out of the paint.
They certainly want to keep the ball out of the big guys inside. The Colts, their starting lineup down the stretch, same one tonight. Jonathan McCall, the 6' junior. Dylan Webster, the 6'2" senior. Peyton F., the 6' senior. Davis Black, the 6'5" senior. And Addie Black, the 6'4" senior. And we could see a dunk fest break out tonight because both these teams have some guys that can flush it pretty quickly in the basket.
Yeah, Meadowbrook's had multiple players dunk in a season, and to my knowledge, this is the very first season that's ever happened.
I agree. Yeah.
Matter of fact, in back-to-back plays in the Edison game, Addie and Logan Fox both got a dunk, and that would be the first time in a game for sure that 2 different players dunked in a game for Meadowbrook.
It depends on whether you count Davis's shot against West End. Was that a dunk or not?
Yeah.
But again, as you said, with the post play, Sandy Valley, I know against Trail, I think they had 2 or 3 dunks in the first 30 seconds of the game. So both teams like to pound it inside or like to score in transition. I would say most of those dunks came in transition. So it should be an exciting brand of basketball tonight for the Colts and the Cardinals. A good crowd across the way from Meadowbrook. You got the folks from Sandy Valley right in front of us here at Indian Valley High School. And as we said earlier, the winner of this game will take on the winner of Fort Fry and the number 1 seed, Garaway, that's going on at Cambridge. We will have the KGP stat break during the game, brought to you by Black Epperson Funeral Home. Well, between quarters and post game, we will do that, and we appreciate Graham Excavating, Graham Co. Heating and Air Conditioning Installation and Repair, and G&B Roofing sponsoring the game tonight as we get ready to jump it up from Junaid Hutton. Kelly's going to jump for Sandy Valley.
And I believe Woody Addy will be jumping. Addy Black will be jumping for the Colts. And it's time to play.
If I was on radio, I would tell you what color the uniforms are, but since we're doing TV, I don't have to tell you all of that.
That's right.
Yep, Addy Black, and we've got the first whistle up. Okay. Well, the Sandy Valley players are sort of trying to step in front of Davis. The tip is going to be controlled by the Colts. Man-to-man defense for Sandy Valley. Coach trying to get the ball in, knocked away and stolen. Quick hands by Evans.
They did post up Davis at first possession, Woody. Tried to get the ball into him there and turned it over.
Good job of reversing the ball by Sandy Valley there. Got the ball, reversed it quickly over to Tucci. Tucci with a quick first step. Went by Eddie Black and was fouled.
Foul on Davis Black.
And that's not what you want if you are a...
First 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah, if you're a Colt fan. First free throw good by Tucci. Nice form. A 1-2-1-1 press by Sandy Valley. Broken easily by the Colts. Addy Black curls around, gets it, goes into the paint, kicks it out, and there's a charge on Addy Black.
Well, definitely not the way Coach Tolza would want this one to start, with the Black boys both getting a quick foul within 45 seconds of in the first 45 seconds.
Pressure by the Colts, and Neff knocks it out. So it's going to be intense pressure by both teams tonight. Having trouble getting the ball in, and they throw it away. Good defense by the Colts.
Yeah, I think Meadowbrook's full court and half court pressure is going to be instrumental in them getting some easy baskets. And I don't believe that Meadowbrook will have a whole lot of difficulty with the Sandy Valley press. Meadowbrook's handled the ball extremely well all year against pressure.
Colts do get the ball in safely. They're working the ball around left to right. McCall, a three-point shot by McCall is good.
Now, Jonathan's been playing super basketball over the last month. When John shoots the ball now, you almost are surprised if it doesn't go in.
Right. Swarming defense by the Colts. Double team, and Davis Black knocks it away. Coach Tolza's really been pleased with the Colt defense the last half of the season, and especially during the tournament.
Yes, they've really stepped it up on the defensive end. They rebound well out of their defense, too. And, yes, as you said, he's very pleased.
Neff with it between the circles. Back to McCall, another three. Rips the ropes.
John's on fire early. 2 threes for Jonathan.
Again, the press by the Colts. Black's got to be careful. Addy, he doesn't pick up a second foul. Sort of sloppily, but it was broken, and Tucci, I believe that's Tucci, takes it all the way in and scores. So the score is McCall 6, Tucci 4.
Yeah.
Colts with no pressure no problem breaking the pressure. High post with it, Davis Black. McCall faked the shot and dribbled, stolen by Evans.
Yeah, he tried to force the ball into an area where there were too many red shirts.
Offenberger couldn't get any penetration, throws it back to Evans. A little pick and roll, ball knocked away by Neff. Picked back up, no shot, no good by Kelly. Good defense again by the Colts.
And Woody Kelly is trying to guard Davis Black, and Davis goes straight to the rim. Puts it in the basket.
And there's going to be a timeout. 4:56 left here in the first quarter. It is 8-4 Meadowbrook. And you're right, you called that right at the beginning of the game, that if Davis gets the ball out on the perimeter and Kelly's there guarding him, that could prove some problems for Bryce.
Yeah, the 6'7" Kelly, big kid, lateral movement, not as quick as you'd like for guarding somebody like Davis. And Davis Black's going to be able to get into the paint if he continues to be the person guarding him. Kelly, that is.
So the Cardinals get the ball coming out of the timeout, trailing 8-4. Man full court pressure by the Colts. And the Cardinals finally get the ball in. Webster on Offenberger. They've got the big guy, Kelly, at high post. And then going in, putting it up, no good, was Brody Kelly.
Davis Black comes down with that rebound.
Davis with it. Colts being patient in the half-court offense. They try to get the ball into Neff, and there is a foul on Demetrius Evans. His first, team's first, and you get the old call it both ways shout from the crowd. Two fouls on Meadowbrook and one on Sandy Valley.
Yes, and Davis Singleton checks in now for Dylan Webster.
Davis Black with it to McCall, back to Black. Nice ball movement shot, grazes the front rim by Neff. There's a scramble for it. Coming up with it are the Cardinals.
Neff had a wide open three look there, left that one short. Going to need to make some of those tonight.
That's twice that Tucci's got the ball on the opposite side and going to the basket. So the help side defense of the Colts needs to be tightened up a little bit. It's 8-6. Meadowbrook with the lead. McCall shot up, little runner, no good. Ball tipped out to Davis Black. Three, no good. Davis Singleton, good rebound. Way to follow the ball. Hustle throws it to Addie Black. Back down in the block to Singleton, goes in. And that's two fouls on Evans. That could be huge.
Yeah, and Carl Cordia is coming off the bench to get him. And that's the sophomore point guard now with two fouls and 3:18 left in the first. Could be a big point in the game here.
Coach could take advantage of that. Inside, Davis Black is fouled, this time by Bryce Kelly.
Yeah, Davis posted up the big fella and got around him to the left side. And Kelly whacked him, and Davis will shoot two.
I'm impressed with the Colts' patience on offense. They've worked the ball around and getting good shots. Davis hits his first free throw.
Logan Fox checks into the game for Addie Black.
And Davis' second one rolls in. Colts lead back up to 4. Neff almost with the steal. They move Brody Kelly to the point with Evans on the floor with 3 fouls. There's a foul on Fox.
Yeah, it looked like he walked there first, Woody, and Scooter is pleading his case with the official, and I think he took a couple steps before he ever got the shot off.
Yeah, I think he did
Nevertheless, he's shooting 2.
And misses the first one. Yeah, did a little shuffle there.
Look for Meadowbrook to ratchet up their defensive pressure even more with Evans on the bench with 2 fouls.
The diamond and 1 press broken easily by the Colts. Singleton with it to Neff between the circles. Got a foul underneath. That's going to be on Neff. Again, good ball movement. Got the ball into McCall's hands, but Peyton picks up his first foul.
Yeah, the Colts are getting a lot of good shots. They're getting some looks from the perimeter, and they're getting the ball down inside to Davis.
Again, the ball, Kelly, or the big man Kelly gets the ball as they break the press, and he's just been going on the half spot on the left side of the lane, and he lays it in and fouled.
Yeah, that time Meadowbrook's pressure caused no trouble.
They didn't double team that time. They didn't double team the first pass that they've been doing. And
made it real easy to throw over the top.
Right. Free throw good. And it's now a 1-point game, 10-9. The Colts with 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Rusnak checks in for Meadowbrook. He has the ball. Colts patient, get it across. Colts again looking to get the ball inside. They do to Logan Fox. Spin, shoots, no good. Ball tipped around. And it comes down to Tucci. Tucci's going to take it coast to coast. Layup good. Tucci has 8 of the 12 points. And then there's a foul.
Foul's on Tucci.
Okay. His first, team's 4th. Both teams are going to put the other in the bonus here pretty early if things keep going.
Peyton Neff back in the game for Jonathan McCall.
Davis 3, no good. Addie Black with it back to.
Nice play.
Davis Black, layup good.
Yeah. Heady play by Addie. Saw that it was going to be short. Ran to the baseline, grabbed it, and fed it back to Big Brother.
12-12 to score. That time driving in and trying to lay it up was Offenberger. Went off of him out of bounds. Been a fast-paced, physical game. Both teams trying to get the ball inside.
Yes, they are. Both teams in full court pressure as well.
A call back in for the last minute, and the Colts with the ball. Work the ball again down in the corner. Davis Black, he is double teamed. Pass as he tries to hit Fox is stolen by Tucci. His shot blocked by Addie Black.
Nice play by Addie. Kept his body off of him, and with his long arms, swatted that one out of bounds.
Rusnak comes back in for Fox. Get the ball in, 3-point shot, no good. The rebound tipped out. Shot up again, no good by Cordia. 30 seconds left. Here come the Colts. See if they play for the final shot. Colts have led by many as 4. Sorry, Kerbo.
That's okay. Yeah, the Colts are in their little triangle game here. Going to hold it and try to get a good look here with around 10 seconds to go probably.
Coming up on the 10-second mark, and they go into their offense. Little pick and pop action. No good. Davis's pass kicked by Cordia. 3-point shot, the buzzer, no good. We played one, and we're all even at 12-12. We'll have this KGP stat break brought to you by Black Epperson Funeral Home in between the quarters.
Okay, so first quarter stats. Colts come out shooting hot early on. The difference in the game really was Indian Valley kind of converting pretty quick. Although they just shot 4 for 10, everything came late in the first quarter. Meadowbrook, Davis Black was 2 for 3 from 2-point land and 0 for 3 from 3-point land. McCall started off 2 for 2 from downtown, ended up 2 for 5 for the quarter. Colts have dominated the offensive rebounds, and that's your stats for the first quarter. 12-12, here we go.
Thank you, Trevor Black. As we get ready for second quarter, please share this stream on Facebook and subscribe if you're watching YouTube. KGP TV. Also, DVDs of the game are available. You can be reminded that we'll give you information on that as well as the Cardinals get the ball to begin the second quarter.
Nevins with his 2 fouls, their point guard, starts out on the bench here in the second quarter.
Colts need to take advantage of that because
yes,
he's
they do.
the spark plug that can really get them going. They work the ball around for a 3, and Offenberger gets his first points of the game. Addie Black with it in the front court to Davis Black. Back to Addie, thinks about the 3, drives into the paint, and there's a charge. It's Addie's second foul. So key players for both teams have picked up 2 fouls here in the first half.
Yeah, Davis Singleton will check in for Addie Black now. That's the 6th turnover for Meadowbrook already.
The Sandy Valley press has caused some troubles with him tonight. Cardinals break the Colt press. Offenberger over to Brody Kelly. Gets it down the corner, back to Brody. Brody's taken over the point guard position since Evans picked up his second foul and has done a pretty nice job for the Cardinals. Cordia dribbles all around, spins, looks back, shot blocked by Singleton. He gets it into the front court. He's going to take it coast to coast. Shot up no good. Ball was tipped a little bit. Here comes Tucci. He kicks it off, and the ball is saved by Bryce Kelly. Almost went out of bounds. Pretty athletic play for the big guy.
Yes, it was. He was looking at a big dunk there, Woody, but just had a little bit of pressure on him. But Sandy Valley starting to score at will.
Biggest lead of the game for either team. Sandy Valley now up 17-12. Colts have been up 4 twice. McCall goes in, jump stop, kicks it back out. McCall with the 3, no good.
Meadowbrook had one player going to the offensive glass there, and they're gonna have to crash the boards as a team, try to get some second shots.
Oh, there's our push off. Good call. Good call. Tucci picks up his second foul. So he'll take a seat. And Nick Marchin checks in.
Zach Rusnock, he'll check in for Dylan Webster.
You don't see that push-off call much, but it was a good one there.
Yes.
McCall going baseline, spinning, pump fake, shot up, good.
Beautiful
He was fouled.
Beautiful play by John. John goes baseline, spins, puts it in, and one.
Brody Kelly picks up his first foul. Both teams now have 6 fouls. And McCall in and out, no good on the free throw. 17-14, Cardinals with the lead in the ball. Little pick and roll action. Colts switch it. Try to get the matchup inside. Good defense by McCall. They switched the pick and they got the matchup they wanted. Good help side by McCall. Davis going to take it coast to coast. Ball stripped. It's marching.
You can tell that Sandy Valley knows who they need to be watching out for, and when Davis gets the ball, they're collapsing on him from all corners.
And if he can just see the backside, the coach could get a good look. Inbounds pass and a little curl screen. Marching lays it up and in, going off that screen. Cardinals back up by 5. Neff's going in. He's fouled.
Looks like Peyton will shoot 2.
Yep. Cordia, I believe, picks up his first, team 7th.
Really like to see Meadowbrook take advantage of those 2 starters on the bench for Sandy Valley. So far, they haven't been able to.
No. Addie's coming back in with 2 fouls for Singleton. Neff trying to cut the Sandy Valley lead to 3, cannot, goes in and out, but the rebound is stolen by Addie Black to Davis, to Rusnot. Neff into the post, reverse layup, no good, but Addie Black with a good rebound and puts it back in.
Way to run to the rim, Addie Black. They've got to try to get some second chance opportunities, and they just did. They got a good one there.
Offenberger with it. Looking to Brody Kelly. And they do a nice job getting the ball down on the baseline through the Cardinals and looking backside. This time the Colts help side defense is there, but Offenberger, he's on fire now. He has 5 here in the second quarter. Colts with the ball. Neff going baseline. Layup good.
Nice drive by Peyton. Took him down the baseline. Couple dribbles and banked it off the glass.
Davis Black with the steal on the double team. Reverse layup. Good.
There's some of that pressure. Meadowbrook's going to need a lot of that. Need a lot of turnovers here.
Right. And there's a timeout by Sandy Valley. Again, the Colts turned it up, and we are tied at 21 for the 3rd time tonight. It's a tie ball game. And both teams, Kirby, are doing a nice job of using our defense to score.
Yes, both teams love to press, as is obvious here. They're both in full court press packages. And get a deflection, get a steal, throw it ahead, and get a layup. You can close the gap quickly, and Meadowbrook did just that. They were down 5, what seems like just a minute ago. Now the game's tied at 21.
Right, they were down 17-12. The Colts led by 4 twice in the first quarter. Sandy Valley's led by 5 twice in the second quarter. And Coach Offenberger with the timeout because he saw the pressure, the Colt defensive pressure, that sort of got them on a little run to tie the game back up with 3 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first half. Colts have now, or the Cardinals have moved Offenberger to the point. Tucci has scored from the right side every time.
And he also has checked back into the game, Woody, with
right.
2 fouls on him as well.
So both teams have starters out there with 2 fouls, Addie Black and Tucci. Nice job of faking the pick. Oh! And there's a...
That should have been an intentional foul on Kelly.
Kelly going up, just
threw Addie to the ground.
To the ground, has to be intentional. So it's getting a little physical. That will be Kelly's second foul. And let's see if they call it intentional.
One thing's for sure, big brother Davis Black was not going to have any of that.
Bruce Kelly came out and faked the pick and then went to the basket. Good help side by Addie Black on the block. The ball came down to Neff. He was hit, and then a little pushing and shoving, and somehow Davis Black got to the line. I think it was Addie that was thrown.
Yeah, I thought that was Addie that got tossed to the ground after getting the rebound.
Davis is at the line. Free throw short, no good. And the rebound comes down to Tucci.
You know, the Colts have not shot the ball well from the free throw line all year, Woody. They are a 59% free throw shooting team. And throughout the season, you just felt like that if they were going to lose in the tournament early, it may be because they cannot put free throws in the basket. So far, that's been the case.
They're 1 of 4 in the second quarter. 3 of 6 for the game, only shooting 50%. Davis Black. We got a whistle away from the ball. The foul's going to be on Kelly, and then I think there's a technical on Brody Kelly. So Brody Kelly with the foul on the push, and then with the foul for mouthing off.
And the technical foul is also a personal foul.
Right, so that's 3 on him.
That should be now 3 possibly on him.
McCall at the line, free throw, no good. The Colts have missed 3 in a row from the free throw line. Check at 4 in a row.
Now I believe Peyton will be shooting the technicals.
Neff at the line. I'm watching some of the fans hollering at the players. His free throw is good. Always interesting to see adults hollering at kids.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing to see the Sandy Valley 40 and 50-year-olds jawing at an 18-year-old athlete on a basketball court.
Yeah.
Never ceases to amaze.
So the Colts take the lead on the 2 free throws. Kelly's out with 3 fouls. Evans is out with 2 fouls, so 2 of their starting guards are out.
Very physical contest.
It is.
And long way to go.
2:13 left first half. Colts with the ball. McCall to Davis to Neff on the back cut. Up good.
Beautiful back cut. Great pass by Davis to Peyton Neff.
Again, pressure by Meadowbrook. Broken by Offenberger. Over to Tavisi, who checks into the game.
Pretty important that Addie doesn't pick up a third foul here, Woody.
Yeah. Shot up no good. Webster with the rebound. You're right. Final minute and a half. I'm not sure if I wouldn't be getting him out. McCall to Neff. Into the paint. Stops, pops, no good. And off of the Colts. Good hustle by both of them. That's one of those ones to say, well.
Rather see 2 going to the glass than none.
Right. Tucci just takes it in. Again, the walk by Kelly, but he lays it up and in. He catches it at the baseline. Doesn't take a dribble, just takes a couple of steps. Lays it in. 25-23 Meadowbrook. Davis's black shot is blocked. And Tucci goes in, his shot's blocked. And now we've got a foul on, I think, McCall. His first, team 7th.
Woody, this one here is just on the edge of getting out of control. The series from one end to the other there. Bodies all over the floor, people getting run over, stepped on.
A lot of pushing and physicality. Tavisi shot, no good. Well, here come the Colts with a 2-point lead, 45 seconds left.
Meadowbrook is in Syracuse, so they're going to try to hold the ball for 35 seconds to get a last shot here.
Been a physical game. The Cardinals have led by as many as 5 twice. The Colts by as many as 4. Colts up 2. And what's become a wrestling match in the last couple of minutes.
Yes, it has. I think look for Davis to take Kelly off the dribble here. 6
seconds, 5. He's just going to shoot the 3, and I think you got to hopefully get a better shot than that. 3-point shot up, no good. It's been an entertaining and physical first half. 25-23. This game brought to you by KGB TV and sponsors Graham Excavating, Graham Co. Heating and Air Conditioning, Installation, Repair, G&B Roofing. And we'll come back and look over the stats here as we add them up quickly. The pregame stats, the KGP stat break brought to you by Black Epperson Funeral Home. And we'll figure those out here in just a little bit. The winner of tonight's game will take on a game going on in Cambridge, as it's the Fort Fry Cadets taking on the number 1 seed Garaway Pirates, and that game would be played Friday night as a site yet to be determined. In this game, it was tied at 12 at the end of one quarter. Meadowbrook led by 4 points twice. Sandy Valley came back and took the lead by 5 twice, and then the Colts regained the lead. But it could have been a lot bigger lead for Meadowbrook if it could have just hit some free throws in the second quarter.
Yes, Meadowbrook struggled at the line, and they have done that in multiple games this year. And you just hope that it doesn't come back to bite them in a game like this, where it's going to be a physical game, maybe have an opportunity to get to the line quite often, but you got to step up there and make those. All right, we're going to turn the headset over to Trevor Black, our statistician, and he will break down some first half statistics for us. Trevor?
All right, so in the first half, amazingly, both teams shoot 41% from the field. Meadowbrook shot better early on. Sandy Valley came on second half. Stat-wise, very similar. Sandy Valley, 6 turnovers in the half. Meadowbrook was 7. Sandy Valley records 12 rebounds offensively and defensively. Meadowbrook 13. So very similar numbers. One of the differences for Meadowbrook, 4 block shots in the first half, something they've been kind of living with these last few games. Colts still doing well there. Points at this point. Davis Black with 8 points to lead the Colts. Meadowbrook with 7 points. Sandy Valley with 6 points. Meadowbrook with 13. So very similar numbers. The one of the differences for Meadowbrook, 4 block shots in the first half, something they've been kind of living with these last few games. Colts still doing well there. Points at this point. Davis Black with 8 points to lead the Colts. Peyton Neff has 7, and John McCall has 6. Shooting for the Colts, deep was John early on, hitting his first 2 attempts, but finishing the half 2 of 6. Colts 2 for 9 from the 3-point line, and that really kind of caught up with them. Once they quit shooting from 3 and picked up pace a little bit, that's where Meadowbrook made their run. Now, I will say that Sandy Valley leads in one of the stats. That's technicals. It's 1-0, Sandy Valley, Meadowbrook 0. That's the stats for the first half.
Thank you, Trevor, and that's the Black Eberson Funeral Home KGP stat break, and what's been a wild and woolly game. It's been very physical, especially the last couple of minutes of the first half, and scoring, as we said, Kelly leading Indian Valley with 8. Also, Tucci has 8. That's Bryce Kelly. Offenberger 5. Marching 2. Sandy Valley in a little bit of foul trouble, Kirby. 3 for Brody Kelly, 2 for Tucci, 2 for Evans, and 2 for Bryce Kelly. In fact, Evans spent most of the first half on the bench, and the Colts couldn't take advantage of that. As that their starting all-star point guard, they only have the 2-point lead.
Yes, I would like to, we as Colt fan, you'd like to have seen Meadowbrook do a little better with their point guard on the bench. But they did get to the free throw line, but they continued to miss them.
And then for Meadowbrook, again, leading scorer McCall with 8. He had the first 6 points of the game for the Colts. Peyton Neff, all 7 of his points came in the second half. 2 points for Davis Singleton, 6 for Davis Black, 2 for Addie Black. Addie with 2 fouls. He's the only Colt in foul trouble. There were 7 team fouls for Meadowbrook, 10 for Sandy Valley. And you got to give Addie Black some credit. He went out with 2 fouls, came back in, played well, even blocked a couple of shots, and didn't pick up that 3rd foul.
Yeah, when the big guy Kelly went to the rim and Addie swatted it off of the square, I know that's what led to the altercation down there. I really doubt that Kelly's had his shot slapped off the backboard all year, and when he did, and Addie got the rebound, I don't think he liked that real well.
No.
And he threw him down, and Davis come to his rescue, and it's going to be a very interesting second half to see how physical the the officials let this game go.
See how they do it. The Colts will get the ball to begin the second half. And, again, free throw shooting, they were 3 of 7 was Meadowbrook in the second quarter, and they could really have a much bigger lead than the 2-point lead that they have. But as you said, free throw shooting sort of been the bugaboo for the Colts all year. We'll take a break and come back and get ready for the third quarter right after this. Welcome back as we get ready for the second half in this Division III Eastern District semifinal game between Meadowbrook and Sandy Valley. The number 2 seed Colts leading the number 4 seed Cardinals of Sandy Valley 25-23. Meadowbrook will get the ball. And Kerbo, what do you think the Colts need to do early to try to build on this lead?
Well, their big guy, Bryce Kelly, has 2,000. He's guarding Davis Black, and he's guarding him whether he's on the perimeter, whether he's on the block. I guess I'd like to see maybe them go to a 1-4 low set with Davis at the top, see if he can't get the big guy in the middle and maybe get a quick third foul on him. That might be one thing to do. But the other thing is, defensively, I would like to see Meadowbrook be able to create some more deflections and some more steals out of their pressure package. To Sandy Valley's credit, they have handled it quite well.
They've handled it well, and Sandy Valley, to their credit, has forced Meadowbrook into some more turnovers than they're characteristically used to as well with their press.
7 still.
Yeah, 7 turnovers for Meadowbrook in that first half. And here we go.
Colts will get it. We got the starters for both teams. Evans back in for Sandy Valley. He's the point guard for them. It picked up a couple of quick early fouls. They get the ball high post to Webster. Webster goes down the lane, no good. Ball kicked out, and Evans gets it. Into the front court with it are the Cardinals. Evans goes off the pick.
And we'll see how Evans adapts to playing in his third quarter after sitting most of the first half with foul trouble.
Tell you what, Meadowbrook, they went the ball inside. Kelly went up, was blocked twice. Second time may have been a foul, but the Cardinals get it back.
And the Sandy Valley faithful are none too happy.
No. Another Davis Black deflection. This time Peyton Neff comes up with it, takes it to the free throw line, kicks it left side to Addie Black. Layup, no good, foul.
Addie's going to be shooting too. Very important that they start making these free throws.
At the Colts 3 of 7 at the second quarter, 5 of 9 for the game unofficially. And Black at the line. Free throw rolls around, no good, and the Colts continuing to struggle.
Yeah, 5 of 11 now, I believe, Woody.
Wow. There is 6 of 12. The Colts back out of the press to begin the third quarter. And going straight man.
Well, they had given up some easy baskets to Kelly down on the baseline, so maybe they're going to try to see if Sandy Valley can play in the half court. And so far, they've turned it over twice.
Yeah, it was a good turnover, and the walk cost Addie a dunk. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
There was nobody within 5-10 feet of it. Davis with it on the point. Big guy coming out to guard it. I just hold it right there. And he throws it stolen by Brody Kelly. Layup blocked by Addie Black, and that's going to be Addie's third foul.
Brody Kelly was going in for the dunk, and Addie got a lot of ball, apparently got him down low with the body.
Sandy Valley coach Offenberger wanting a goaltending as well, but don't think he's going to win that battle. Free throw up and good. Sandy Valley 6 of 8 from the line, make it 7 of 9 unofficially. Pressure broken as Neff gets into the front court, has the ball knocked away, stolen. Evans puts on the brakes. And the Cardinals going to set up the offense to try to retake the lead.
And Addy is going to have to stay away from that fourth foul. He's going to sit for a long time.
Right. Tucci, no good. What a play by Bryce Kelly, though. Tipping it in over Davis Black. Sandy Valley regains the lead. Black with it to McCall. Call goes in, no good, and there's going to be a foul. 3 fouls as Evans picks up his third on the block.
Beautiful move by McCall. Stop and go move, got to the rim. Now, can he convert it to free throw line?
And the first one no good. Jonathan 0 of 3 from the line tonight. Uncharacteristically, well, 52%. Struggles. And the Colts all year, as you said, have been struggling as he misses that one. Colts shooting less than 50% from the line. There's another partial block by Addy Black as Brody Kelly goes baseline. Davis Black's pass intercepted. 3-point shot no good. Addy Black comes up with it.
The action is fast, furious, and a little bit ugly right now.
A little bit raggedy.
A little raggedy.
Both teams sort of be out of sync offensively. Another steal by Evans. That's his third steal here in the third quarter. He's going to take it coast to coast, spin, no good, he travels.
And that's his third turnover of this quarter himself.
He's had 3 turnovers and 3 steals. And Sandy Valley leading by 1. Still in the press. Call throws it to Davis Singleton, who checks in. Davis going baseline, finds Neff, pump fake, kicks it back out to McCall, fakes the 3, goes in, shot up, no good, a lot of contact. They'll call Logan Fox was there, had to rebound, no good.
Yeah, I thought John was bodied up by Bryce Kelly, that last shot down there. And that would have been his third.
Yeah, and Evans got loose and nobody guarded him, and he hits a 3. Sandy Valley's up 4. Davis Singleton answers with a big 3.
Davis takes a rare 3. Davis Singleton. Matter of fact, he's only taken 3 all year, and that's the first one he's made.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Good place for it.
Yeah. Again, defense forces another Colt turnover. McCall into the front court. Singleton going to shoot another 3, no good. McCall with the rebound. Neff into the paint, little floater up, good.
And now the Colts are back on top, 31-30.
Been a great game to watch as a fan. Tucci with it. Back to Evans. Three, no good. Fox tips it to McCall. To Davis Singleton.
Colts are trying to get some valuable minutes out of Davis Singleton and Logan Fox right now.
Right, they are.
With 2 starters on the bench.
Davis Black for 3, no good. Again, the Colts struggling from the free throw line in 3-point land. Tucci into the front court. Or check that, Offenberger into the front court. Now to Tucci, shot up good. Oh, Neff penetrate, try to hit Singleton, a little too hot. And we've got a timeout. I think Meadowbrook's going to take the timeout. 32-31. The score, Sandy Valley with the lead. And we'll take a break as well. Everybody rocking to a little Sweet Caroline.
Yeah, Neil Diamond made an appearance.
Yep. And everybody rocking to a good basketball game. 32-31, Sandy Valley with the lead. Colts coming out of the timeout with 2:14 left in the third quarter.
The Colts are going to go back into their pressure package with full court pressure.
In our 1-2-2 3/4 court trap. Broken by Cardinals. Tucci with it to Cordia.
And Demetrius Evans, the point guard for Sandy
Right.
Valley, with 3 fouls and 3 turnovers this quarter, is on the bench again.
Cordia lost it as Davis Singleton knocked it away. Rusnak for 3, rips the ropes.
Yeah, Zach Rusnak, who's done that all year, knocked down threes in big situations, does it again here.
So the Colts take the 2-point lead. Back in their pressure. Broken by Sandy Valley.
Both teams now with 5 turnovers in the quarter.
Right. Been a little sloppy, but it's been intense. Offenberger off the pick. Tucci top of the key, goes left. Shot up, no good. McCall with a good backside rebound.
Yeah, John put a body on the big 6'7" Kelly and was able to out-rebound him on that one.
Rusnak fakes the 3, goes baseline, kicks it back out to McCall with a minute left, third quarter. Colts with a 2-point lead. Coach Tolsta calls out a play, then calls timeout. With 48 seconds left. Again, this KGP TV broadcast brought to you by Furman Excavating, Ramco Heating and Air Conditioning, Installation, Repair, GB Roofing. I want to remind you that you can share that this game is being streamed on Facebook, and subscribe if you're watching YouTube, and there will be DVDs available of the game as well. It's called KGBP Productions. Or I guess it's KG Productions.
Yes,
But
KG Productions.
right.
And Demetrius Evans, the sophomore point guard, has checked back in to help with the pressure that Meadowbrook is applying.
Right. Good job of noticing that he was on the bench and the Colts going to the pressure package with that. See if they play for one shot with 45 seconds left. We get the ball at high post to Davis Black. Back to McCall. Finds Singleton. Neff goes in. Shot up. No good, but he's fouled, and that is 4 on Evans.
And Evans is what? Would he hit 1-3 all night?
Yeah, right. The Colts have done a good job forcing him to foul and keeping him from shooting. Can they hit some free throws? And Neff has been the most consistent free throw shooter for the Colts tonight. He's now hit 4 or 5.
And you know, if Meadowbrook can make a ton of these down the stretch and win the game, we'll all forget about those early misses.
And I jinxed him.
Miss
He
another
missed
one.
that one, yep. 3-point lead for the Colts, 30 seconds left. Tucci with it for Sandy Valley. Tucci to Offenberger. Ooh, Got away with a little travel.
And it looks like they'll play for one.
He will. Coming up on 12 seconds, Rusnak on Offenberger. He goes right into the paint, kicks it out to Tucci. Tucci loves that baseline, and he loses it out of bounds with 1 second left.
Yeah, the 6th turnover this quarter for Sandy Valley.
All of Tucci just is on that right wing and drives every time, and that time Colt defense was there. 1 second left. Davis Black at the buzzer, no good. After 3, it's 35-32. In a few seconds, we will have the KGP stat break brought to you by Black Epperson Funeral Home. Give you all of the up-to-date stats as we get ready for what's going to be a great fourth quarter. Remember, this is the Division III Eastern District semifinal, district semifinal. The winner will go to the district finals with a chance to go to the regionals in Athens, and they will play either Fort Fryer or Garaway is playing in Cambridge, and we'll turn it over to Trevor.
Okay, so in the quarter, Colts only take 3 2-point attempts, but 5 3-point attempts. This quarter was led by turnovers on both sides. Action was fast and furious, but not real clean. Shooting for the Cardinals in the third quarter, they were 4 for 7, as Meadowbrook ended up being 3 for 8. 3 for 8 in a quarter. Woo. Colts up 3, going in the fourth. Here we go.
Colts can continue to force some turnovers and hit some free throws. They'll try to escape to go to their third straight district final. Sandy Valley gets the ball as we begin the fourth quarter. And Evans is back on the bench with 4 fouls, so he's not starting the fourth quarter. Offenberger with it. A little confusion by the Colts on what defense they're in. Now you get it straightened out.
Colts are creating a lot of pressure up top.
They are. And Coach Offenberger takes the timeout. 7:46 left in the game. We're going to take a break as well. 35-32, Meadowbrook with the lead. Welcome back as we're jamming to the YMCA. Sandy Valley coming out of that timeout, Kirby. I think Coach Offenberger, good timeout. They were confused about what Meadowbrook was doing defensively. They sort of went to a little matchup zone.
Yeah, now it looks like they're back into their man.
Back man.
Each team 12 turnovers in the game, so the turnovers have been even, and there's another one.
Another steal. Black with the
great
tip.
Play by Davis Black going coast to coast.
Yes. Colts have their biggest lead of the night at 5, 37-32. With the ball is Tucci, getting it to the big man, Kelly. Black did a nice job of pushing him out. And
great defense there by Davis.
First he didn't let him catch it in the post, and then he forced him to go left and throw up a wild shot. Neither team is led by more than 5. Davis with it inside, little jump hook, no good. Neff with the rebound, put back shot blocked by Brody Kelly.
And has a good block by Kelly.
Yep. Tucci going down the left side of the lane, has to pick it up. Webster with good defense. Evans getting ready to check back in with 4 fouls. And Tucci steps on the line. Again, Webster with good defense. 2 good defensive plays back-to-back by Dylan Webster.
Dylan doesn't get a lot of publicity with scoring, but I'll tell you one thing. The young man is a tenacious defender. He plays the game hard. Very coachable kid. And like you say, Woody, 2 back-to-back great defensive plays there to help his team.
Pressure by Sandy Valley broken by the Colts, who lead by 5 with 6 minutes left in the game. Davis thinks about the 3, takes the 3, no good. Tucci with the rebound. He gets it into Offenberger.
The Colts are just unable to make a series of 3s in a row, 2 or 3 in a row, to get themselves really going.
Evans loses the ball again. Davis with another steal.
And Evans with another turnover.
Yes.
The sophomore has struggled all night in this one, Woody.
Davis Black to Addie Black in the paint. Shot up, no good. Ball tipped away, and it will go out of bounds. Colts had a 5-point lead, had a couple of chances to extend it, unable to do so. Here with 5.5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, the Colts are 4 of 15 from the 3-point line, and you add in the 7 of 16 from the foul line, and you can see why the score is so close.
Yes. Defense has kept them here. As Tucci had his shot blocked, he gets it back down. They give it to Offenberger, fakes the 3, goes into the paint. Shot up, no good. They're going to call the foul on Davis Black. Wow.
Yeah, Davis was parked with his hands straight up and got run into. That's been a charge all night until then.
So Keegan Offenberger makes his first trip to the line and hits the first one.
Sandy Valley goes to the free throw line, and they make them. And if they happen to win this game, the free throw line is going to be critical.
Second one's good. If the Colts hang on and win, they'll dodge a bullet shooting poorly.
Correct.
Colts break the press. Addie Black with it in the front court to Webster. Meadowbrook 37, Sandy Valley 34. 4:44 left in the game.
And the Colts need a basket here, Woody. They need to score.
Nice back cut by Webster to Neff. Neff with the walk. Webster with a back cut, got under the basket, passed it opposite side to Neff, and Peyton shuffled his feet. Sandy Valley, almost 10-second call, got it across. Now they settle things down. Evans with it. This was the chance where Meadowbrook had a chance to build the lead, and they've let Sandy Valley hang around, with the Colts leading only by 3 with 4 minutes left.
Sandy Valley being extremely patient on the offensive end right now, too.
Right. Evans with it. He calls out a play. Going up against the man defense of Meadowbrook. Being very patient, trying to get the ball in. They do to Kelly. Kelly spins left, shot no good, but he is fouled by Davis Black. Davis is third. If he got him, he barely got him.
Another call that, from up here anyway, was a little questionable. Looked like he got all ball, but might have got him on the wrist.
Kelly 2 of 3 from the line, make it 2 of 4. Part of in this stretch, the difference is I think Sandy Valley's done a better job of getting shot selection, as Kelly makes that, than the Colts have.
Yes, they are.
They need to be patient and look for a good shot, as now the lead's been trimmed to 2.
Colts nearly turn it over again.
Evans almost got his 5th foul as well, but good job by Neff keeping it. And with 3:30 left, Coach Tolster wants to take a timeout, with the Colts clinging to a 37-35 lead here in this district semifinal game. We'll take a break during this timeout and be back. Colts get the ball to begin the coming out of the timeout, Turbo. And it's 37-35. Meadowbrook clinging to a 2-point lead. They have yet to score in the first 5 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Well, neither team has made a basket from the field. Three free throws for Sandy Valley. No points for Meadowbrook.
Davis Black
Those teams are being very deliberate.
Yep. That time Black's fouled.
Can Meadowbrook make free throws down the stretch?
Been the question all night long as they've struggled at the line. That's the third foul on Tucci. And Davis hits a big one there.
Every one of those is critical from this point on if they haven't been already.
Second one hits the front of the rim, rolls in. The Colts back up 4.
Meadowbrook's looking to press again.
Oh, Black with a nice tip.
Davis Black almost a steal, and if he would have got his hands on it a little better, he had a layup.
Colts need another stop. The trap broken by Sandy Valley. And Evans has it between the circles. They're trying to get the ball into Offenberger's hand off a double screen. Shoots the three. Good. They drew that up, and it worked to perfection. And it's back to a 1-point game. Meadowbrook with the lead. 2.5 minutes left in the game. Davis Black into the paint. Shot up good. Probably was fouled going to the basket.
On the drive there, Davis got a elbow to the chest area or to the upper arm, an intentional elbow. No call, but he was able to make the basket.
2:10 left. Colts up by 3. Sandy Valley with the ball. Again, Offenberger, who they've ran the play to get open a couple of times. Good job by Neff keeping the ball out of Evans' hands. Offenberger for the three, no good. Webster with the rebound.
Dylan Webster again doing the little things, checking out and securing a defensive rebound.
1:45 left in the game. Addy Black with it. He steps on the out-of-bounds line as he pivots. Another Colt turnover.
Another devastating unforced turnover for the Colts.
Here comes Evans. Colts with a 3-point lead, 1:30 left. Trying to get Tucci to score from the right wing, where he has scored from all night long. Now to Evans.
Evans hasn't looked to go to the rim all night, Woody, against the Colt defense like he did against Trail.
High post to Tucci, again trying to get the ball to Offenberger. Good job that time closing out. And they have to get the ball to Evans, and so we get another timeout with 1:10 left. A reminder that at the end of the game, post-game, we'll have the KGP stat break. We got an exciting finish coming, so you can share this stream on Facebook, and you can subscribe if you're watching on YouTube to get some other people to listen to the exciting conclusion of this game. As the Colts try to eke out a win in a game where they haven't played very well. They've shot way less than 50% from three-point line. They've struggled at the free throw line. They've close to double-digit turnovers, and yet somehow they have the three-point lead trying to make it to the district finals. But Kerbo, the Colts, if they lose this game, they have no one to blame but themselves. If they can pull out the win, they can be thankful that they were able to do some little things. Tell you what, the important person down the stretch has been Dylan Webster and his defense.
Yes, Dylan has played a real nice game on defense, and Woody, both teams are in double-digit turnovers.
Right.
Meadowbrook has 14. Sandy Valley has 15. Sandy Valley's possession, the Jim's rocking.
Right.
It's going to get interesting here.
Hasn't been a thing of beauty, but it has been entertaining and exciting as Sandy Valley gets the ball coming out of the timeout. Evans with it. Guarded by Neff to Tucci.
You almost have to believe that
and they're going to call a block on Webster.
It's a very, very difficult call there on Webster. They won't be shooting here, but they'll be taking it out under their basket with 1:01 left in the game.
4 team foul, first on Dylan. Trying to get the ball in. They do so. Kick it back into the inbounder, Tucci. We're now under a minute. Tucci with the push-off. Shot partially blocked by Addie Black. Davis Black with it. Into the front court. Gives it to Addie Black. Addie Black is going to be fouled. And I tell you what, Colts got bailed out on the Brody Kelly foul there.
Yeah, I think so too, Woody. I don't know how much of Addie he got.
Addie was in a little bit of trouble, yeah.
And now we have a timeout, Colts.
Timeout, Colts, 47 seconds left. Colts clinging to the three-point lead. Neither team has lit it up here in what's been a tight, intense fourth quarter, but not a pretty fourth quarter. Sandy Valley with a 1 3-point field goal, 3 of 4 from the line. The Colts in the fourth quarter, 1 2-point field goal, 2 of 2 from the line. So you can feel the intensity in the gym and with the teams.
Well, Sandy Valley, Woody's only taken 2 shots on goal for this entire quarter. The rest they've either gotten fouled or they've turned the ball over.
Right.
They're 1 of 2 with the 3 that they've hit. And neither team is in the 1-1. So Sandy Valley has a foul to give here. Look for them to be extremely aggressive, trying to get a steal. And if they pick up the foul, it's of really no consequence because they want to get to that number, the 7th foul anyway here. The Colts are going to have to take care of the basketball these last few seconds like they have not done so all year.
Have to be strong with the ball with 47 seconds left. Colts up 3. Davis to inbounds, does so to Addy, and he is fouled immediately by Nick Marchand.
You'd almost like to see Davis Black or Peyton Neff accept the ball here so that they are the ones going to the free throw line.
And Webster did, and they call the push off on Black. Wow.
Incredible.
Wow.
Incredible calls. It's something you never see, Woody. Ball thrown up in the air like that.
And that's his 4th even more. Yeah, that's something you don't see a whole lot, both teams pushing. Davis gets the call. So the ball goes back.
They're going to have to keep Offenberger off the three-point line.
And that's who they're trying to get. He's got it. He's shooting the 3, and it's good.
The Colts lost him and allowed him to get an open 3 there.
They've lost him twice in the fourth quarter, and it's cost them 6 points. 25 seconds left.
Look for the Colts to hold for 1.
Black with it at midcourt. Call with it with 12, 10 seconds.
You don't want to shoot this too soon, but you want to get a good one.
Davis Black with it into the paint, stops, pops, no good. We're going to overtime. A push-off call on Davis Black and a 3-point shot by Offenberger gives Sandy Valley new life.
With as physical as this game has been tonight, Woody, on both ends of the floor with bodies everywhere, on a throw-in from the sideline where both players are jumping for the ball, to make that call is suspect at best.
Not a very, it was,
And the Colts have to feel like they should have won the game in regulation. Sandy Valley has to feel really good about where they are. The Colts are going to have to dig very deep here to try to salvage a win on a night when they haven't played their best basketball, haven't shot well, and definitely have not executed at the free throw line.
Davis Black has to be very careful playing with 4 fouls. Evans has 4 fouls for Sandy Valley.
Unfortunate the Colts didn't get the ball inbounds on the sideline there and at least give themselves a chance to take a 2-possession lead. But
here we got Sandy Valley player cutting off in front of Davis, but ball goes to the Colts as we have some extra basketball. Webster, nice pass into Neff, who lays it up and in.
And they continue to run Offenberger off of screens for threes.
This time it was good.
He's
had
getting
a good
wide open looks too. That one was all but in.
That's been their offense the whole second half. Get the ball into their scorer's hands. And he got loose twice and had 6 points. Neff going coast to coast. Layup good.
What a move by Peyton Neff. Taking the big guy along with his own guard right to the rim.
Holds up 4, and Sandy Valley takes the timeout with 3 minutes left in the overtime. A reminder that at the end of the game, we'll have the KGP stat break brought to you by Black Epperson Funeral Home. Let your friends know we're in overtime, and they can get online on Facebook or subscribe to YouTube to get this game. Brought to you by KG Productions. And again, we thank Graham Excavating, Graham Co. Heating and Air Conditioning, Installation and Repair, G&B Roofing for sponsoring tonight's game.
Well, Woody, the winner of this contest, they're going to play Friday night at 7 o'clock against either Garaway or Fort Fry. And we haven't had any updates or scores on that game yet. But first things first for the Colts. Long way to go in this one. And whichever team loses this game is really going to be crushed and disappointed.
Yeah.
I mean, losing an overtime district semifinal, something you'll never forget, but winning it is something you'll never forget either. And hopefully for the Colts, they can get this one.
Meadowbrook offensively has struggled all night long, but they can just get this one and move on to the finals as they need to get a couple of stops and a couple of baskets. 4-point Colt lead. Offenberger with it. He's been the guy. Garaway, we got the report won, I believe, 50-35. 55-50. Okay, so Fort Fry gave Garaway a tough game. Evans with it as again Sandy Valley being very deliberate, trying to get the ball into the hands of Offenberger. Offenberger being guarded by Addie Black, gives it back to Evans.
The Colts still have 1 foul to give before Sandy will be in the 1-and-1.
And there's a steal by Addie Black. Neff put the defense on, gives it to McCall to Addie Black, and he wisely pulls it back out. Great decision. And there's a block foul on Bryce Kelly, I'm sorry. And that puts Meadowbrook in the bonus.
Now, despite 7-16, Woody, despite all of that, make these in overtime and your chances are pretty good.
Right. And he makes the first one, does Davis Black.
Davis is 5 of 6, I believe, from the line. That's the guy you want there.
Right. Second one good. 2 big free throws, and the Colts are up 6. Biggest lead of the night for either team. 2:12 left in overtime.
Like to see Meadowbrook keep Sandy Valley from attempting threes. Of course, you don't want to give up any easy layups either, but like they just did.
Right, they did. This time they...
But it keeps it at 2 possessions.
It does. 12-point game. We're under 2 minutes now. Pressure by Sandy Valley. Addie Black gets the ball to McCall, just out of the reach of a lurching Evans. Call being guarded by Tucci. And the Colts are going to be patient with 1:38 left. They're in the bonus, so Sandy Valley's going to have to start fouling soon. Addie Black to McCall.
And Jonathan McCall is 0 for 5 at the line tonight. You would think that that's where they're going to go. Like to keep the ball in the hands of
Davis Black is knocked down, and slamming it home is Bryce Kelly, who got away with the takedown.
Unbelievable, Woody. Unbelievable.
And it's back to a 2-point game, and there's a steal by Offenberger. The Colts were in control, and the foul, non-call by Kelly on the takedown and the dunk makes it a 2-point game, under a minute left.
Yeah, Davis was steamrolled at the top, or to half-court circle, and there was no call.
45 seconds left. Evans with it. See if he look to get, and again another timeout by Sandy Valley. It's been a tough game to officiate because it's been very physical, but the inconsistency of the calling the physicality.
Yeah, I think that's
been telling.
Kind of what the issue is. If you're going to let them play, okay, that's fine. If you're going to call stuff close, that's fine. But when it goes in between, you don't know really how to play, I guess, in that situation. But there, unquestionably, Davis got steamrolled at half court, and now the Colts once again have their backs against the wall.
They're up 2. But Sandy Valley has the ball, and you got to think they're going to run some sort of pick play for Offenberger, who has had 3 threes tonight, 2 in the fourth quarter, when the Colts have got caught not switching the screens in time.
.41 seconds left.
Inbound pass knocked away, almost stolen, but Kelly comes up with it.
Peyton Neff, Garden Offenberger, face-to-face with no help on defense.
Now they switch, and Webster has it. Comes off the screen. Offenberger with the 3. Foul away, good. And it is a 1-point Sandy Valley lead, 18 seconds left.
Colts got 15 seconds left in their season, Woody, if they can't get something to fall here.
8 seconds, 6 seconds. And there's a charge call on McCall. Wow.
Well, you knew coming out of the timeout that Offenberger was going to shoot the ball. But the shot that he made was nearly impossible, falling away off of 1 foot. It wasn't like he wasn't being guarded.
Right.
And then for Jonathan to try to get to the rim and get an offensive foul. If the Colts weren't on the ropes before, they certainly are at this point.
5 seconds left. It's going to take a miracle.
One good thing for Meadowbrook is with this foul, they will be sending them to the free throw line because they are at their 6th foul.
Right. So Meadowbrook, 5 seconds left to try to keep their season going. Down 1 in overtime. They led by 6 in overtime. A couple of fouls. and a turnover. It's allowed Sandy Valley to get the lead.
All right, Tucci is going to take the ball out under the Colts basket with full court pressure.
And they get the ball in. 1 second. They get the ball into the guy they want to, Offenberger.
Even with 2 makes here, Woody, the Colts do have a shot at tying the game with a 3. And with that, Zach Ruzhenok's going to check into the game.
And they are due. That's for sure. And Meadowbrook takes a timeout. So it's been Offenberger, the all-star player for Sandy Valley, leading scorer. Coach did a good job containing him in the first half. He only had 5, but he's exploded for 3 threes. 2 in the fourth quarter, 1 to tie the game to put it into regulation, and then a 3 in overtime to give Sandy Valley the 1-point lead after Meadowbrook led by 6 and seemed to be in control of the game in overtime.
Yeah, and the odd thing was, I said at the very beginning that Sandy Valley, Meadowbrook might force them to shoot the ball from the perimeter because they never made a 3 against Trail. And tonight the 3 ball has definitely been the difference for them, along with the free throw line.
Right, the Colts have really struggled at the free throw line. Colts have 3 guys back, and Offenberger at the line to shoot 1 and 1. First one's up and no good. With it is Addy Black. He throws it the length of the court. Stolen, and Sandy Valley is advancing to the district finals with a 48-47 overtime win.
A very difficult loss for the Colts, Woody. A lot was expected of Meadowbrook this year in the tournaments as they went down the stretch, and this game could have gone either way. And some critical calls in the last quarter and a half certainly didn't help their effort.
And the free throw shooting by Meadowbrook as well didn't help. So Sandy Valley wins 48-47, overcomes a 6-point deficit in overtime. We'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll have the Black Epperson Funeral Home KGP stat break right after this break. Time for the KGP stat break, brought to you by Black Epperson Funeral Home. And what was a disappointing loss for Meadowbrook, losing in overtime to Sandy Valley 48-47. And we'll turn it over to Trevor, who's feverishly adding up the stats.
Shooting for the Colts for the game. Meadowbrook goes 16 for 39, 41%. matching their first half total. Sandy Valley did not shoot a lot in the second half, but improved all the way up to 53%. They were 41% also at the break. Shooting from downtown, Meadowbrook went 4 of 16, really was their demise. Also, Colts had really dominated these last 5 or 6 games on the turnover battle, and tonight Meadowbrook turns the ball over 19 times.
Wow.
Now, they still forced Sandy Valley into 16 turnovers, but really big difference for the Colts tonight. Free throw line was the other factor. Meadowbrook shooting 11 for 20 at the line, just over 50%. Leading Colts in scoring, Davis Black scores 16. Second, actually in rebounds, Addison Black had 6 rebounds to lead the Colts in that category. And from the rebound side of things, Meadowbrook won the rebound battle 25-22. Final score here, Sandy Valley 48-47. Story of the game, really, turnovers and the free throw line. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Trevor. Yeah, the Colts had the opportunity. They're up 6 in overtime with a couple of minutes left. And a couple of fouls that went Sandy Valley's way. And then, the Colts with a sort of a defensive breakdown a couple of times. They allowed Keegan Offenberger, who they held to 5 points in the first half, to really get loose in the second half. Carbo, he had 3 big threes of the night. And probably the play of the game is that the 2-point by Kelly after Davis was knocked to the ground right at half court, went in, slammed it, and took the lead. The Colts was leading by 2 with a couple of seconds left, had to inbound the ball. There was the foul on the Meadowbrook on the shove, and hit the 3 to tie it to go into overtime, and then the overtime. It was just a heartbreaking loss for the Colts, but you can talk about the calls, we can talk about everything. You're 11 of 20 from the free throw line, 4 of 16 from 3. You're not going to win a lot of games.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Woody. My buddy over here, Trevor, somebody asked him, who do you think can beat Meadowbrook in the tournament? And he said, ourselves.
Yep.
And what he meant by that was the way we've shot free throws this year in certain games has not hurt us because we were that much better than the competition.
Right.
But tonight, with the competition being better and the game being tight and the Colts shooting so poorly from the free throw line, along with the free throw and 3-point line, it was their demise. They shot 41% for the game compared to 53% for Sandy Valley. And just when you thought they had the game under control and in their hand, either a questionable call, a turnover, a missed free throw, it just didn't go their way tonight, and they're going home.
Right, they are twice. It's almost the old saying, you snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, and twice that happened. They were up 2 with 12 seconds left, just have to inbound the ball in regulation. They win the game. The foul called, and then they were up 3, I think, and then the game-winning 3 the 3 to tie it into overtime. They're up 6 with a couple of minutes left, and again, they allow Offenberger to get by. But you shoot 50% from the line, 25% from 3-point. You're not going to win, and so it's a great season for the Colts. They finish at 20-5. But they really thought they had a real good shot to get back to Athens, and that's not going to happen, and that's a shame.
Yes, they had their sights set a little higher than this game here. They weren't looking past Sandy Valley by any means.
Right.
But the game played out in such a way that it seemed like the Colts just got in their own way time and time again. Like we've said, whether at the free throw line, whether with their 3-point shooting, or turning the ball over.
Right. 19 turnovers, yeah.
That's just not typical of Meadowbrook to turn the ball over. But with all of that being said, let's give a lot of credit to the kids in red down here. Mm-hmm. They made plays when they had to make plays just to stay in the ball game.
Right.
And if an official lets you push a guy out of the way at half court, grab the ball and go dunk it, do it. That's what you do. But they played well, and the 3 that Offenberger hit to put them in the lead was a fall-away three.
Off of 1 foot.
Off of 1 foot, 3 feet behind the line, and it went in.
Sometimes, Sometimes if you force him to take that shot, you take your chances. Sometimes you just tip your hat to the guy and say, hey.
Right.
So the Colts finished 20-5 on the year, but not what they wanted to do. Sandy Valley take on Garraway, who struggled with Fort Fry, a team that Meadowbrook beat by 30 early in the season.
Yes, they did.
Garraway wins 55-50. So, some seniors, Dylan Webster, Peyton Neff, seniors, Davis Black as well. Is Bo a senior? Is Bo a senior or junior?
He's a junior.
Okay. I hope we don't leave any of those seniors out.
Those are the three seniors.
Three seniors that helped, this incredible 3-year run that Meadowbrook's had. They've set us the standard high for the Colts, and we wish the best for them. And then the kids coming back, I know Coach Tolstow, I want them to work hard to get ready for next year because the cupboard's far from bare.
Correct.
The Meadowbrook should be good this year, but it wasn't to be tonight if they lose a heartbreaker in overtime, 48-47 to Sandy Valley. That's going to do it here for KGP TV. We thank Caleb Graham for keeping us going tonight. We thank our sponsors, Graham Excavating, Graham Co. Heating and Air Conditioning Installation and Repair, G&B Roofing, Black Everson Funeral Home for the KGP stat break. Trevor, we thank Trevor Black for his stat keeping tonight. Kerbo, thank you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, Woody, and hopefully football season comes and next basketball season, KGP TV is going to be expanding and growing, and hopefully there'll be a whole lot more broadcasts just like this.
KG Production. Like them on Facebook. You can follow. You can get a copy of the DVD of this game by, I'm assuming you just go on Facebook and request it, Caleb. You can do there and just keep up with what's going on because KGP TV is the place to be. There we go. I've come up with the slogan for you. I'll patent that and we'll go. Heartbreaker tonight from Janaden Hutton for Colt fans. Meadowbrook loses 48-47 in overtime to Sandy Valley. Have a good night, everybody.